everyone. Today we're going to be working on a friend of mine's little home light blower. The model is a 26B and they call it the Mighty Light. He told me he bought this at a garage sale for just a few bucks, and he was told it wasn't running, so we're going to put a new carburetor on it from Amazon, or maybe it was eBay he got it from. 9 times out of 10 when these quit running, they don't make it very far past the trash man. Before I go too far, I'm just going to go ahead and do a dry compression test. Like I said, this thing's been setting up. Who knows, the rings could be stuck, carbon could be around the exhaust, you know, just any number of things. But let's just go ahead and give it a dry pull. And what you want to do is you want to make sure your carburetor is at wide open throttle, and just give it a couple of good swift firm pulls until your needle stops moving. And as you can tell, she's got about 120 pounds of compression, and that is plenty for a little home light blower. I've got my spark tester just in line with the ignition coil wire, or the high tension lead, or the spark plug wire, some call it. So we're going to go ahead and give it a pull. I don't know if you can see that on camera. I'll try to hold it up here better. I do believe we can see that spark on camera. It has good blue spark. Let's loosen off the air filter nut. It's a 7mm. And don't lose your wave washer. And flat washer. To get the carburetor removed, you're going to have a combination of a T20 and a long 5/16 socket. So let's just go ahead and loosen off on those. And this whole plate should just come right up. Pull the throttle off the lever. Remove your studs, screws, and you can lift it and it'll come right off of the shaft here, right through the hole. So let's just get the carburetors loose and let's just pull the fuel lines out of the tank. Got a leaf in the way. And this fuel line feels okay, but we're going to replace them anyway. I'm going to come in here with my curved hemostats. I'm going to grab this line, pull it out like this. To expose the fuel filter, and then we can go ahead and pull the line on through like yay. So now we got a carburetor and fuel line assembly and a empty fuel tank that we're going to put lines in. Go ahead and install the first piece of fuel line. This is the fuel line that came with the carburetor kit, so I'm going to attempt to use it. I don't have any of the fuel line for a home light. It's a different size than this, but I do believe this will work. Pull it all the way out of the hole. Pull just enough to install your new fuel filter. Go ahead and cut the tag end off. And that's good and secure. And let's just go ahead and feed it down into the tank. And what you want to do, you want to make sure it rests on the bottom side. One of the main differences that I notice on the new carburetor here and the old one, where the where'd it go? Here it is. The throttle lever hooks up, is you see this flat right here and this flat here. That's good. Turn them over. And the new carburetor is going to have to be modified just a hair. I'm going to have to take me a file and we're going to make another flat on the new carburetor, and I let the customer know that already, so we're good to go there. Alrighty guys, I was able to take a couple passes with my file, and we are now able to install the throttle lever. Works great. It's a little looser than I like. Could be the manufacturing size of the shaft, but you can always put you just a drop of CA glue or super glue right on there and it'd be good to go. Let's go ahead and mock this carburetor up and see about where we need to cut the fuel line. So we're going to do it about right there. Doesn't look like I'm going to have enough fuel line to do the complete job. I'll have to get me a piece. And I don't like the way this fuel line fits the carburetor. It's too loose. Yeah, we'll have to fix that. I'll show you how. What you're going to want to do is just get you a small length of fuel line, and we're going to press it over the nipple of the carburetor all the way until it's flush. And then just trim off the excess. Okay, you've got your smaller piece of fuel line slipped over the carburetor nipple. Now we can slide the bigger piece over that. And guys, this may look like a Mickey Mouse repair, but I promise you that will work, and I've done it a million times. It's tight. Sometimes you do what you have to do to get the job done. Absolutely nothing wrong with doing it like that. Go ahead and get the other piece of fuel line in the fuel tank, and like I said, we'll mock this up, figure out where we want to put the line. So about right there. Snip it off. It's cold out here. This fuel line is real stiff. And this is the right size for this carburetor. I just happen to have a piece. So let's go ahead and get this carburetor mounted back on here, get everything buttoned up, pour a little fuel in her, and see if she'll pop off and run. Install you a new carburetor mounting gasket. Get your carburetor set back on the intake manifold. We'll have to remove our lever, slide our cover back on, and I may have told everybody a fib about the air filter. Seems like I've worked on these in the past and it did not have a foam filter inside this choke cup or choke housing. I don't know why, but I think this is what they're considering the filter, this cleanable mesh, but I don't know. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments below if there's a filter for that. If not, I bet you could probably make one. Let's go ahead and get the carburetor tightened down. You don't have to kill these screws. You're just going to get it snug. It's plenty tight. I was able to find, I had a home light weed eater in the bone pile that's got the cork gasket, and as you can tell, it's not in too good a shape, but it's better than the shape we're in with nothing. He still may have to buy him a cap, but we're going to try this one and see if it leaks. I'm going to go ahead and install the spark plug that came with the carburetor kit. Lastly, we'll install the choke knob, flat washer, wave washer, and then your 7mm nut. And this don't have to be tight at all. I'm just going to tighten it hand tight and give it just a bump with my wrench. Pour a little fuel in the tank. Got a little dust on it. Let's go ahead and prime her up. Get that fuel flowing through there. Pretty good. I'm going to get my Pac-Man a carb adjusting screwdriver and see if we can't tweak it and get a little more RPMs out of it. It sounds like it's running just a little lean. Now, I've had this tool a long time and I can't remember why I cut this handle off of this screwdriver. It's just a Pac-Man style. It's got the just the one little pie-shaped, come on, focus. Maybe that'll do it, I don't know. It's just got the pie-shaped carburetor adjusting screw head. good idle and it's got good wide open throttle. Like I said, you can idle this thing down up to where it dies, and that's how you kill it. It's got a little bit of a detent in there to help hold it steady. But you can go past the detent, and you can see just how low you can make this thing idle before it dies. But anyway, guys, got the old home light blower going, and I think he'll be happy with that. He's going to have a gas cap because, as you can tell, it is leaking a little bit. But other than that, good to go. If you have any questions, let me know about 2-cycle equipment, home lights, commercial stuff, Steels, Echoes, Shindawas. It don't matter. Let me know. More Medic 1. Y'all have a great day.